Okay, guys. So specifically for developmental algebra, we are working, like I said, on Ingenuity for all of our course assignments. And the date starts today on April 20th. So in order for you to pass the marking period and finish the course on time by the last day of school, which is June 12th, you really need to start working today on the 20th. The expectation is that you'll spend about 45 minutes a day on class. That would be about 3 activities if you're actually sitting and focusing and working. If you do 3 activities a day, and you take notes and you get help from me if you're confused on what to do, you should be good to go in order to pass the class, pass the year, and know what you need to know in order to move on to Algebra 1 next year without any struggles. So once you log into Edgenuity, I know your login screen looks a little different. If you choose Developmental Algebra, you'll notice 9th grade and the start date is today, April 20th. So you're going to click your course, and it's going to take you, and everything you see right here is what you need to do for the 4th marking period to pass the year. So we're going to start with linear functions, which is right where we left off from our last test. Then in linear functions, we're going to introduce them. We're going to talk about slope, slope-intercept form, point-slope form, and then you're going to have a unit test. Then we have our next unit, which is linear equations and inequalities, where we're going to learn how to add and subtract equations, multiply and divide equations, solve two-step equations, which you guys already know how to do, solve linear equations with a variable on one side, you know how to do that, solving linear equations with variables on both sides, you know how to do that too, solving one variable inequalities, we did this, solving two-step inequalities, we did this, and then a unit test. So this entire unit here should be a really nice review for you, and we did it in class together. So you do already know it, you just have to dig it out of the back of your head. After that is systems of equations and inequalities. So you're going to learn how to graph a system of equations through the graphing method, through the substitution method, and then solving systems using inequalities. They have great videos on here, and I will be here to help you every single day. Like, seriously, we can Zoom every day, and I will help you with whatever you need. Just let me know. Then we have a unit test, and then we'll end the year with polynomial expressions. If it clicks, there we go. So it'll introduce you to polynomials. We'll learn how to add and subtract them, multiply them, multiplying polynomials and then simplifying them. Then we'll learn how to factor them in 4 different ways, and then we'll have a unit test. And seriously, like polynomial expressions, like, yes, I want you guys to look at it and try it, but that's going to be huge next year in Algebra 1. So if you don't get it and it doesn't make sense, just do your best. Your best will always be good enough for me. If you're logging in every day and you're trying your hardest, that is all that matters. Okay, so let's see. If you can't do something in any of these assignments and activities, like if you're looking here and you're like, oh my God, miss, I have no idea what this is. Seriously, call me, text me, email me, Zoom me, whatever you need to do. I am here to help you be successful. If you don't have a graphing calculator, which most of us don't, you can go to desmos.com, or you could just go to Google and Google graphing calculator. And literally, you can graph anything you want. If you want to do fractions, remember fraction means divide. So like, what's 1/2? That's the same thing as 1 divided by 2. And then they give you the fraction and the decimal. It's awesome. All right, what else? So if you really get stuck in Ingenuity and there's stuff you don't understand, we have our Google Classroom. So please make sure, I did send you an invite to your school email, so make sure you find it and you get in there. If you have any trouble with it, call me, 610-392-9468, text me, whatever, and I'll help you. So in our Google Classroom, I'll post extra assignments, anything else you can do if you need help, anything like that. So there's also Star. If you really get stuck, you can log into Star, go down under other apps, and continue to do assignments in Star for credit. Those are all the things.